Hello and welcome to Woman Moments. We're doing this episode a little different. We're seeing how we do with audio. Not only because we wanted to try audio, but because I can't find the cord to my camera, so I can't charge it. But here we are. I am Susan. I am here with my friends Rhiannon.
Hello.
And Justine.
Hi.
This week, we're talking about dumb reasons why we got bullied. I have a lot. I don't know about y'all.
And start us up.
Well, let's see. In 6th grade, 5th and 6th grade, I was bullied for wearing sweatpants a lot. So I changed to jeans, and then I got bullied for wearing jeans a lot.
Yeah, those athletic leisure bitches really made it difficult.
Yeah. I was also bullied for not having straight teeth.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I bet him.
Yeah, they'd always be like I'd talk, and they'd be like, wait, can you smile for me? And that's it's become triggering when people are like, can you smile for me? And I'm like, fuck off. When I got my braces off, people started asking me, and I was like triggered all the time. It's like, no offense, but fuck you.
Oh.
It's like, no, actually, I don't think I will.
People are cruel.
Yeah.
I have lazy eye.
Mm-hmm.
A lazy eye. But my eyes are crooked. They have been since I was born. And nobody knows why. And I once had this guy tell me that... No, actually, I guess the guy didn't say it. His friends, my boyfriend at the time, his friends told him that he needed to fuck me until my eyes went straight.
What the hell?
Wasn't it like senior year of high school?
Yeah, that was senior year of high school.
God.
Things are going really great.
I hate people. See, I have been made fun of. While I was in Catholic school, there were two main things that I will remember today. One of them is, so we had to wear a uniform, of course, got the lovely polo and the lovely plaid skirt that everybody just freaking loves so much. And we were allowed to wear leggings under it. Well, I was El Broco. So I wore sweatpants underneath my skirt, and people would make fun of me for it, which I didn't understand because I was comfy as shit.
Yeah,
They called fuck off.
Right.
That and I was made fun of for bringing my Bible. But here's the thing: we were in Catholic school.
Yeah, wasn't that like your first and only textbook?
Right.
Yeah. So like when I would bring my own, people would be like, "Huh, fucking loser! Why not just use the one that they provide us?" And I'm like, "I like my Bible." And they're like, "Huh, you suck." I'm like, "Well, you suck off,
You suck.
asshole." Blah. But Catholic school was a time, man.
Dude, I was thinking about it today. I was bullied for clothes a lot. Like, I was made fun of for, like, buying my clothes. Well, my parents buying my clothes from Walmart.
Yeah.
But, like, now Walmart clothes are really fucking cute.
I think about, like, Champion brand.
Yeah,
It was strictly a Walmart brand, and now it's, like, one sweatshirt is $300 for a Champion. You can get the same sweatshirt at Walmart. It'll be a little bit lower quality, but it's the same brand.
Yeah.
That's so confusing to me.
Fucking wild.
The whole clothes thing doesn't make sense to me. Like, when I was, of course, in 6th grade, I believe, the big thing, at least in my school, was the cloth headbands. That was the thing. Especially everybody in sports, which I was in.
What are they?
Something. The cloth headbands, they're just like
thick,
an inch. Yeah. And so I finally got mine. I was late to the bandwagon, and mine was embroidered with my name.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, this is going to be so cool. I'm going to go, and everybody's going to see it, and they're going to think it's amazing. And I got there, and they made fun of me for it because it had my name on it. And it wasn't like a soccer ball or a basketball. It was something different. And I'm like, you fucking hoes. Leave me the fuck alone. Like,
I never got on that bandwagon.
The headbands.
Yeah.
I tried to.
It just wasn't my thing.
I did later because I got to like 60s fashion.
Yeah.
Like mod style with like, but you know, thick headbands and stuff like that. But it was never like the athletic. Again, athleisure bitches. Fuck y'all. Get out of here.
Yeah, for real.
The clothes thing, yeah. So I My parents took me shopping at Goodwill a lot when I was younger, and I didn't really know. I knew that money was tight because my brother had been sick previously, cancer or whatever, and so they were paying for the treatment, and that was all during the 2008 housing market crash, and there was all this stuff going on. So I knew that it wasn't a good time, but I didn't really understand the difference between getting your clothes from Walmart and the difference between getting your clothes at Goodwill. And I didn't get the coolest place I ever got my clothes from was probably going to be Kmart, the Selena Gomez collection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back to school season, my mom would sometimes splurge on us and let me pick out a couple of outfits. But most of my life, I grew up shopping at Goodwill, and I didn't really know that it was not a good thing, especially because I could find a lot of the things that other kids were wearing there, like the Aeropostale t-shirts.
Yeah.
And of course, that wasn't something that was cool at the time, but now thrifting is so there's a huge culture around it, vintage culture, thrifting culture, and people are buying stuff and then reselling it online for double, triple, even sometimes hundreds of dollars. That they bought at the thrift store, and it's so crazy to me. I can remember there was one time Susan and I we're in a Girl Scout meeting. I hope you remember this. We were in a Girl Scout meeting, and we were talking about an activity we could do to acknowledge people who, it was supposed to be the homeless.
Yeah.
An activity we could do to help the homeless or acknowledge the homeless, bring awareness to the homeless. And this girl, who's notorious for just being awful, still to this day is not a good person. I remember she was like, well, how about we just go to the Goodwill and everybody has to find an outfit and then we'll do a fashion show. And I remember raising my hand and being like, well, I go to the Goodwill every week, so I'm going to beat all of you. And she was like, that's not something to brag about. In Girl Scouts in 3rd grade. I was like, the homeless don't go to Goodwill.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with being homeless.
Yeah.
The homeless don't watch fashion shows.
The homeless don't watch anything.
Chicks named after seasons.
There's one girl. Her name was Alexis.
Okay.
She bullied me from grade 4 to grade 6. And she was awful. She's the one that made fun of me for my clothes a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or her and a friend would sit down and stare at me and be like, you should do this different with your hair.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
She was the backhanded compliment.
Yeah.
But not even compliment, just backhanded comment type girl.
And then in 8th or 9th grade, she got herpes. So who's wearing the wrong thing now?
So I remember, I think I was in 7th grade. And this was around the time that shows like Victorious were super big. And I was a Nickelodeon kid. And I really liked the fashion that was in those Nickelodeon shows. And I was seeing all these kids wearing heels to high school. And I was like, is that a thing that you do when you get to high school? And I remember one day for picture day, I had dressed up and I was wearing a little skirt and a shirt. And I wore these 1-inch kitten heels. 1-inch kitten heels. What? Yeah. And I was walking up to go get my picture taken, and this same girl, she was like, you walk like a chicken in those. And I was like, I don't think I do. I know how to walk in 1-inch shoes. I like fashion. And she was like, here, you're walking wrong. Let me show you how to walk in those. And she goes and does this big show in front of everybody. And she's like, I'm going to show you how you were walking. And does this Mick Jagger walk down the fucking gym floor. What is she trying to prove? I'm in line to get my picture taken.
Yeah.
And, you're not RuPaul.
Yeah.
You're not Miss J from America's Next Top Model. You don't know how to walk. I don't know why that one stands out to me. It really does. But yeah, no, she was one of those girls that would just if you're listening to music with your earbuds in and you're reading a book by yourself, she would just come up to you and be
target you. If you were alone, she'd target you and she'd shoot her shot. It didn't matter what it was.
Yeah.
She'd look you up and down and find something.
She was that type of girl that would be like, oh, my friend Jerry thinks you're really cute. Shut up, Jerry. No, he thinks you're really cute. Do you think Jerry's cute? You know what I mean? Like, trying to, like, bait you into some bullshit. And this kid, like, obviously
Right.
is her crony, is in love with her. Like, I don't think I was, like, I was never bullied in the traditional sense of, like, being name called or, like, physically
Yeah.
touched or stuff like that. But I was definitely the target of a lot of, like, setups like that, like where the girls would just like intentionally talk to me when I wasn't talking to anybody
Yeah.
and would try to bait me into something. I don't know. I never understood it. Like at the time, I just remember being like, "What the fuck does this bitch want?" Like
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of Magic Treehouse. Can I help you some other time? Like,
But like, ooh, I remember when I first got my glasses. It was like 3rd or 4th grade. I got my glasses, and I just have this stigmatism. So like, my glasses aren't. They don't. If you look through them, you see right through them, and you're like, wow, you're not blind at all. Middle school kids don't understand that like some people wear glasses and need glasses, but aren't like really fucking blind.
yeah,
So my ass has glasses, and people are always taking them off my face, like physically taking
Yeah.
my glasses from me,
Yeah.
and like
Trying
playing
on.
with them and
Yeah.
like trying them on and shit. And they were like, "These aren't real." And
And
I'm like,
that's horrifying.
"What?"
Because it's like those kids most of the time don't even know how fucking expensive glasses are.
Yeah,
Like my mother would kill me.
yeah,
This is my only pair for the next 4 years. Please do not touch them.
yeah. Like, could you not? Like, I remember. Ooh, I remember Kathy and Aaliyah. They took my glasses from my desk and they hid them.
Why?
I don't know. I still don't know to this day. I'm very tempted to ask them, but yeah. One day I was like reading or something, and I only needed them for reading at the time. So I'd read, and I'd have my glasses on, and then I'd take my glasses off to do normal human things. And we were lining up for something, and we got back from whatever it was, and my glasses were gone, and I can't see any kind of words without my glasses.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, and the teacher's like, well, where'd you have them last? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. They were on my desk. Now they're not. And the whole class like helped me look and stuff. And then we were like lining up for lunch, and my two friends at the time were like in my desk, and the teacher was like, line up, and they're like, oh, sorry, we were just taking one more look. And then the principal, who I love, what a man, he's such a good dude, comes up to me at lunch and was like, I found your glasses. And I was like, well, thank you. Where did you find them? He goes, they were in your desk. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. We dumped my desk.
Yeah.
I'm like, we dumped my desk over. And he's like, interesting. And then, like, everybody looked at each other, and I was like, so who the fuck took my glasses? And just decided to just take, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's annoying as shit.
It's like taking a blind person's, like cane.
Yeah.
Seeing cane, like, taking
No,
the
it
dog
is.
away.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Crazy. Kids are dumb. Don't take other kids' glasses. They can't see without their glasses.
Just don't take people's shit.
Yeah.
Just don't be a dick.
Yeah. I remember in 6th grade, though, I did stand up to Alexis at one point.
Did you?
Yeah. We were on the bus, and she was hopping seats.
Was I there? Okay, I think I remember.
She was hopping seats. She jumped in the seat with Katie, and she hated all of us.
Yeah, no, Katie didn't like it.
Yeah, and we were like, what you doing? What you up to? And she's like, oh, I'm just hanging out with you guys. And I was like, why? She goes, well, because I like you guys, silly goose. And I was like, no, you don't. Like,
Yeah.
you're just, trying to get up there with the bus driver noticing. Like, just say that. She got so angry. I didn't see her much through high school.
No, I really didn't either.
I saw her senior year. It was during Tech Week. She was in one of Callista's classes.
I remember that.
And she was like, wait, are you Susan? And I'm like, yeah, do you still have herpes?
bitch.
And Callista goes, Susan. And I was like, on that note, I'm needed in the theater. And what?
She dyed her hair blonde.
Did she? It was really middle school, honestly. Like 4th grade to 6th grade. Fucking rough.
It was junior high for well,
I
7th grade for me, and then probably 4th to 6th grade. You're right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count mine as bullying. I would count it as, well, some of it was bullying, but most of my life, even throughout high school, it was people were fake with me, and the only reason why they would talk to me is if they needed something, or if their parents forced them to do something. Like, my grandmother found out that my Girl Scout troop, which was all of my 6th grade class, fucking Catholic school, there was going to be a birthday party, and I was the only person not invited. And so I was forced to be there, and you could tell, as I was there, that I was not wanted.
Right.
And so I don't do well with fake people.
Yeah.
Like, if you're fake with me, I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Because I've dealt with it all my life, And to know that you're hated for, for me, it was like my body type, because I'm a little bit of a potato. And so I have been since I was a kid. So like that, and I was a really bubbly kid. And so, my personality was very like, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a great day. And everybody was just like, yeah, fuck you. I was like, oh, well, okay. There went my mood. But, all right, fuck y'all.
Dude, I'm terrified to hear, like, if my nieces ever get bullied. Like, I'll tear some little kid heads off. They are so precious. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Do not hurt their feelings.
I feel that with my sister, but I know that she already will not fuck with shit.
Yeah.
She is such, I love her. She's such a little asshole. Like, if anybody fucks with her, she's not going to take it.
Yeah.
Because I've kind of instilled in her that you don't take shit from people.
Right.
Even if it's from me, because I give her a lot of shit. I mean, I did a little too much for a 7-year-old. But yeah, I mean, I don't fuck with douchebags.
Yeah.
That's just the main thing.
I told Xander, I was like, listen, you're a piece of shit sometimes. But if anybody ever, like, hurts your feelings, you let me fucking know. That's my job.
Yeah.
Like, it's my job to, like, low-key bully you for dumb things. That's my job. Don't take my job. And then, like, same with Gwen and Lorelai. If Gwen and Lorelai ever get bullied, I'm just gonna sock some kid in the face. Like, Lorelai's going into kindergarten next year. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so nervous because she's so shy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh no, someone's gonna, like, I don't know, be like, you're weird. Why don't you talk?
Well, luckily, kindergarten isn't usually when bullying really starts. I mean, cliques happen in kindergarten, but that's just the way humans socialize, is to break off into pods. But I can remember, like, even the kids who in my brain have remained weird from kindergarten, they played with everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was the kid that I remember sticking his pretzels in any form of liquid at lunchtime. The applesauce kid. But he still played with everybody. Like, I don't think that starts to happen until after kindergarten, especially in Hillsborough, where I was in the same class with the same people from kindergarten to 2nd grade because of the programs that they have there. So, like, I wound up growing up with the same people, and over time, they decide who they like and who they don't like.
Yeah.
And kindergarten obviously was the foundational year, but then by 2nd grade, friend groups have formed. So, hopefully, kindergarten's just nice playtime.
Dude, I was so popular in 3rd grade.
Yeah, you were.
And then 4th grade, I was like, I'm going to invite everybody to my birthday party. Because my birthday's in October, so it's like a founding moment of like, hey, you're kind of a decent person. Want to come to my birthday party?
Yeah.
This year I was like, nah, I'm inviting everybody. And like 3 people came. One of which being Nick. So like,
yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, that's true. Does he remember your birthday party?
I don't know. You will have to ask.
No, yeah, Susan was popular enough in 3rd grade that we had to make a seating chart.
At lunch.
Yeah, everybody wanted to sit next to her at lunch, so we had to rotate days of the week.
I love that stuff.
It
Oh my god.
3rd grade was amazing.
was a lot of fun. I do have a funny, goofy story from 3rd grade that's just super obscure, but kind of scarred me for life. Nathan.
Oh yeah, what did you?
I fucking hated him. He looked like a Q-tip.
Yeah.
He looked like an Aryan prince that was disowned and thrown in the streets. I hated him so much.
He had blonde Justin Bieber hair before it was cool.
Pale as shit.
Pale as shit.
Eyes, red bags under his eyes somehow. He just looked like he was on crack all the time.
Yeah, he always looked like he was on drugs, but we were like 9.
3rd graders. Yeah. But, okay, so this story's a bit long-winded. But basically, the summer before 3rd grade, my brother and I went to one of those day camps that the YMCA puts on.
Oh.
And it was a week long. And this specific camp was about hanging out in the woods, going hiking, getting to know your surroundings or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So when my parents took me to the YMCA, they would literally just load us up on a bus and they would drop all of these 9-year-olds in the woods for about 2 hours at a time per day.
Yeah.
And there were counselors or whatever, but we would all be hanging out in the woods at this park. And the counselor would just hang out at the pavilion outside of the perimeter. So we created a society of children. We're all in the woods, and I just strictly remember that all week long we created society. Every kid had their own business that they deemed they were going to run, and we would build businesses within the woods with actual trees. Like, we would find logs on the ground, and we would, like, make squares out of the logs, and that is where your residence or business would reside, and you would stay in your square, and then other people... It was a lot like BizTown.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, J. BizTown.
BizTown. It was a lot like that, but many years prior to BizTown, and in the woods with strangers.
Dude, BizTown sucked.
And my business was that I had an art shop, and so I ran it with my brother, and we would create paints with rocks. We would go and find colored rocks in the woods and like smash them against the ground to get colored powder, and then we would mix it with water. Mm-hmm. And that was our art shop. We would sell colored rocks. And there was a formal currency within the children's society in the woods, and that was pine cones. So basically there was a currency system of small brown pine cones, large brown pine cones, and the beloved green pine cones. Mm-hmm. So the smaller the brown pine cones were, the less they were worth. Big brown cones, they were in the middle. Green pine cones were very rare and meant that you were a very wealthy child. And that your business was successful. And I had so much fun at this camp with my brother that I was like, okay, I want to do this next summer. So the green pine cone thing followed me for a whole year. I just had it in my head that green pine cones were very wealthy and very valuable, and I needed them. And I remember one day we were at recess together, and I found a tree full of green pine cones, and I could only reach 3, so I picked them, and I put them in my little cubby in our classroom. The thing about our cubbies is they weren't like traditional lockers or cubbies stacked up on each other. They were literally just like baskets on the floor.
Yeah.
Against the wall and in the corners. And I remember one day Nathan Rumsa took my green pine cones and smashed them in his hands right before my eyes. And I cried so hard. I wanted to save those green pine cones for my art store next summer. Yeah. I wanted to be a wealthy woman child. And he took it all from me.
I remember coming to the classroom and you crying. I was like, what the fuck happened?
My pine cones.
He smashed my pine cones. And I'm like, this motherfucker.
What a bitch!
It's okay. Later in the year, he lost his beloved shark tooth necklace.
That's true.
And he cried over it. And we laughed.
We did. I remember laughing. We were vengeful children.
Remember, kids, bully your bullies.
That's right.
Bullies. Oh, you ready for this? This one dude, absolute dickhead. We're gonna call him BJ.
Okay.
Blowjob.
Yep. Which he never got because he was such a fucking dick.
Just fuck.
Get fucked, BJ. He sucked ass. One day, he came up to me. He was like, hey, this is about 4th grade. He's like, hey, you want to see what I can do? And I went, no, but sure. Most would expect him to whip his dick out.
Yes. That is precisely
That's what
where I thought you were
most
going.
little boy would just throw his pants down. Yeah.
But instead of that, he decided to pick my fat ass up, put me on his shoulders, and throw me into the ground.
What the?
I shit you not. He straight up did that. He's like, I learned that in WWE.
He just Alabama slammed you.
Dude, yeah.
He just bodied you into next week with
I shit you not. And I laid there and I could not breathe for a good couple seconds. And I finally started breathing and I'm just laying there and I'm like,
why would you do that to me?
That's traumatizing.
And so I sat up and the teacher walks in and I'm just like looking around, looking at my surroundings. I'm seeing stars. And she's just like, all right, everybody just get to your desk. And I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, what? What? Huh? She's coming over to me. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'll talk to you later. We'll have a discussion later. Leave me alone.
Oh my good God.
Like, I could, because I didn't want him to hear me talk about it.
Right.
But, oh my God, that was so crazy that kid
Yeah, he assaulted you.
Yeah, he straight up picked me up and threw me into the ground. I mean, it was hard, man. It was rough.
Where is BJ today?
God,
Prison?
Probably.
I hope so.
Prison. Dude, BJ, if you're listening to this, go fuck yourself, bud.
Fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself, bud.
I can't even fathom watching an 8-year-old pick up another 8-year-old child.
I don't know what I would do as a teacher. Like,
apparently nothing.
like, if I as a teacher saw that happen, I would have been like, what the? Hang on.
You ready for this? He didn't get punished for it.
What the fuck?
She didn't see it happen.
God damn it.
Yep.
The concussion that you had wasn't proof enough.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, one of the reasons why she didn't say anything, do anything, was because I wasn't crying. Because I have an extremely high pain tolerance.
Yeah, you were also probably concussed.
Yeah. And so, so just for reference, my dad and I would punch each other, not in like an abusive way, but in like a preparing myself for society way. And so we punch each other to, not only toughen up, but to get that strength in. And so I was used to, force, and so I'm so used to physicality that emotionally I can just hold it in and just not really care. And so I was just like stunned,
right,
more than hurt. And I was just like, what the fuck, man? Dude.
No, that ain't right.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Douchebag.
That's DB. DBBJ.
All right, I think that about wraps us up. We've hit about 30 minutes. Let us know how you feel about this setup versus the other setup. I know last video was kind of weird because it had the triangles in it, but that's because I used a filter that I didn't pay for, and my editing software was like, man, that's crazy. I'm gonna put my logo really big in your video now. I have recently purchased that that thing so that we can happily color correct our videos without having to worry about triangles. Give us a like, share us with your friends, all that. And see you next time.
Bye.